Welcome to my channel, Gadgets for Gentlemen. In this short video, I will explain why I decided to sell this beautiful dress watch, the Orient Star Classic. I think a wonderful piece. My watch collection is growing at a steady pace. And currently, I think I own too many watches to really wear all of them. So I think it's time to let go of some of the pieces that I don't wear as frequently as needed to kind of like to validate the reason for buying a watch. So here we have a wonderful dress watch by Orient. This is the Orient Star, which is a bit more premium line within Orient watches. I did an unboxing video and a review of this particular watch. Let me just flash the reference number here. Beautiful piece, but I decided to sell this watch. And finally, I think I got a good offer to sell this watch to someone. And here we have a look at the case back with a beautiful rotor reading Orient Star Japan. We can see the movement in action. Made in Japan. 50 meters water resist, stainless steel. Beautiful signed crown. And this watch did not grow on me. I think this watch is really wonderful. It has in-house movement, wonderful movement, very accurate. It allows for hand winding, hacking. We have drilled lugs, which make it super easy to change straps. And with this white dial, I think this is really a strap killer. This would look beautiful on any browns, blacks. This is the original leather strap, which I'm gonna sell it on with this Orient Star buckle. So very versatile with that white dial, but somehow I don't like the proportions of this watch. I think for my tiny wrist, 6.3, I think somehow this watch is a bit too thick, mainly due to this crystal that is a bit like dome shaped. For me, as a dress watch, I think it's just a little bit too thick. And if we're talking about thick watches, then I prefer dive watches. And also, I think the diameter of 38 millimeters, it looks a bit big. Also because this watch has no thick bezel. The bezel is very thin, as you can see here. So what I'm saying is the dial is really huge, and because it's white, I think this watch looks quite larger than what it actually is. So for me for my personal taste, two negative points about this watch is its thickness with this dome crystal. Too thick. And I also think this crystal might scratch easily in day-to-day situations. So that's the main reasons for me. And I have so many watches. So yeah, for me that's the reason to let this watch go. I think the dial is really the main reason for buying this watch, because the dial is really spectacular. And if you can closely look at these close-ups, you can see that the dial, I think the dial is curvy. I don't think it's flat when you go down to the corners. I think it looks like the dial has been curved down. So definitely you can see there's a lot of detail on this dial, and with this power reserve indicator. I love that. I have so much fun, like hand winding the movement, just to see that power reserve jump from 0 to 40 hours. And then when you look very closely, you can see that the dial, the white or silver dial, it's not just white or silver, but it is sunburst. So you have these very fine stripes that create this special effect. And then, sorry for my shaky hands, but you get the picture. And when you even get closer, you can see that the power reserve indicator has a bit of texture to it. So this is going to be a difficult one, because I like this watch, but I don't love it. And I have too many watches. So I think it's only fair that, I reduce the size of the collection a bit in order to spend more quality time with pieces that I like more, that I do love. So yeah, I got a fair price for this watch, and it's gonna happen. I'm gonna sell it. I'm really happy that I bought this watch. I spent I think more than a year, almost 2 years with this watch, and I can still highly recommend this watch. But in the long haul, with these points, I think for me it's time to let this watch go to its new owner. I enjoyed it quite a bit. I can still highly recommend this watch. But I can also highly recommend another piece that I saw recently by Orient Star, which features a sapphire crystal. So hey, and it comes on a beautiful metal bracelet. So if your fingers are on the trigger, you might not want to pull the trigger, but also look at this specific Orient, and I will throw in a photo here. And if this watch had a sapphire crystal, for me that would change the situation quite a bit. I would probably sell it also, but I think with a sapphire crystal, this watch offers even more value. So these were my remarks regarding this beautiful Orient Star watch. I hope you enjoyed this video. My wrists, they measure 6.3 inches, just for your information, so you can see what it looks like on your wrist. As you can see, it is quite thick on my wrist. Lug to lug is beautiful. Lugs curve down a little bit. So very comfortable watch, but for me it's time to say goodbye, sell this watch, and spend more time with other watches. If you like my video, then please hit the like button. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them down below. You can also find me on Instagram and on my website. Please subscribe to my channel. Thank you for watching, and see you soon.